Welcome to Bunta Vista, episode 209. I am Andrew, and I am at a Limp Bizkit concert in the year 2000. We are, in fact, at the perfect point in time. It is after the release of Significant Other, but we are yet to experience the horror of 9/11. Here with me in his signature red cap, chugging a Four Loko, it's Ben. How's it going, Ben?
I'm doing fucking great, dude. You know what? If someone had told me 2 years ago that there was a perfect fusion of my two favorite genres, metal and rap, I would have said, fuck off.
Get out of here. How
You're
can that
describing
happen?
the impossible. There's no way that's true. And then I'm here and I'm listening to Fred Durst's lyrical raps, and I'm listening to the amazing metal guitar stylings of Al Borland. Where's Borland?
Al Borland. Al Borland.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
The
looking
man
at
with
names
the
I can see on my screen right now.
Best costumes in the industry.
Man loved to dress up.
Oh, I fucking love it.
But fucking, my sister, who was 5 years older than me when I was like 10, was like, check this shit out, listen to Significant Other, and I was like, holy fuck, man. This is amazing.
I remember my brother in his, what was it, like a 1976 Toyota Celica.
Sweet.
putting on the CD of $3 Bill, y'all. And just being like, what is happening right now? Being taken away to another place.
Is this possible? Is the
this
physics
possible?
behind this real?
And we all learned about it, decided to come to this show. Here on my left, in her very best sketches with the thickest eyeliner you've ever seen, it's Lucy. How's it going, Lucy?
Hi.
And that part's part of a fantastical scenario, right? It's not reflecting
it's
your
a
actual like
crazy
day-to-day
scenario
makeup
that we're in
at all.
right now.
Try and
Very
imagine it
unlikely.
Sort of a winged eyeliner you're doing there.
Uh-huh.
Looks thick-ish. Hard to tell from... Yeah.
I'm having a Mandela effect because I swear that we have done an intro about being at a Limp Bizkit concert before.
Wouldn't shock me, but there's no way to know.
I did a
There's
double
no
up
way
the
to
other
know.
week, and I knew it like the moment I put the episode out. And I was like, fuck, nothing I can do about this. And then, a bunch of people in the Discord were just like, you've done this one before. I felt awful. I did not enjoy it.
Oh, no. Well, here's our other friend. He's waving his hands around a crystal ball and bringing us visions of which song Limp Bizkit might play at a future WrestleMania event. It's the B-Man. It's Batesy. It's Al, the man who hosts the world's only podcast about the intersection of new metal and cinema. Take a look around. Al hosts the show with his sidekick Sean, who looks up to him as both a mentor and a father figure.
This is very true. Yeah, I'm kind of the grown-up of the Sean and Al. He does look up to me, and I have kind of taken him under my wing. I would say he's my protege.
I think it's so kind of you. Sort of a Batman and Robin situation.
Well, that was a very cool thing that my family instilled in me, is charity, and to do it sincerely as well. And, I think looking after somebody like Sean with their afflictions, it's a very, very noble thing. Yeah, hello. How is everybody?
We're great.
I just want to... Sorry, can we detail the afflictions here? 'Cause I would-
I'd say they're more deficiencies.
personal shortcomings.
Yeah.
Sure.
Biological, sure,
Yeah.
as well. But no. Look, honestly, Sean, he's the dad of the show. If anyone's the sidekick, it's me. And maybe Sean. Well...
Oh, dear. We do love Take a Look Around.
Thank you. I love Bunta Vista. I've been listening since you were the Bunta Vista Socialist Club.
Oh, my goodness.
My goodness.
It's a dark
Back in
time.
the day. Every day that I look at the news, I think, I'm so glad that I don't need to talk about politics on the podcast anymore.
What would you even say? You just be like, hey, you'd end up like one of those fucking boomer accounts where you're like, well, Scott Morrison still hasn't said anything.
All right.
Let's get an hour of material out of that.
Scummo.
Yeah, dude.
Let's hear what the opposition leader has to say.
It's like a quiet hum in the distance.
See, you guys were smart and like didn't paint yourself into a corner, whilst now Sean and I are having the anxiety-inducing moment of like
We're running out of movies.
we're running out of new metal stuff to talk about.
Oh, we've literally, like, as a podcast, had the exact opposite discussion about your podcast and being like, fuck, they were smart to have a podcast that's about something.
Yeah, right. Oh no.
It's about something cool. They thought of something cool to talk
It's such a good idea for a podcast, honestly. Like,
Thank you. It's
guys
all Sean once again.
It's so good.
We were like obsessed with this essay called Life is Peachy. Sean can remember who wrote it. I'm really terrible with remembering names and like finer details. But this it was called Life is Peachy. It was by some economist. It was kind of about how new metal itself was the economic distillation of like everything at that point, and how new metal was the product of, you know, the middle class and lower classes finally mushing together. And look, I can't fucking explain this shit, but like Sean, I'll try and find the link for everybody. I'm sure people. It's one of the greatest essays ever.
That actually
Anyway,
sounds great.
after reading that, Sean and I were just like, because Sean, I've known Sean forever. Like, he's a very dear and old friend. For years, we've kind of tried to figure out like what's a project we could do. Because I'm not really musical, and he kind of was from a musical background. So like, we talked about doing like a Nicolas Cage podcast for fucking years, and we didn't realize you could do stuff like Cast or Zencaster or any of like the things possible. So we were just like, well, we're not in the same room, so however are we going to
The technology just isn't there.
yeah, exactly, right? But eventually...
Meanwhile, you're like watching people on the news every night talking to someone
Yeah.
in another city.
Oh, dude, like, we're useless with computer stuff, man. Like for ages, we were having lag, so we thought if we sat next to our modems, it would go quicker. Like,
Fuck yeah.
I need to cut this cord down.
Yeah.
We need this cord to be as short as possible. I gotta get this down the pipe.
But as soon as we figured out we could just record locally. It wasn't until we did an episode with you, Andrew, where you told us about the software that you guys use. We were
Here's how podcasting works.
Yeah. No, you
Listen
really
up, young bucks.
Sean hit me up, I remember, and was like, hey, here's an idea, new metal cinema. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he just kind of...
Remember all those movies you love?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
The Matrix, remember Blade 2.
Yeah, man, that was only 10 years ago or 5 years ago. It's too soon to be reviewing the what?
Yeah.
20,
Oh, no.
20 to 25 years have happened.
Oh, my God. When people talk about when The Matrix came out, I immediately get like 40 more grey hairs.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's,
I feel like
fucked up.
20 of my favorite movies came out in 1999, and I'm always just like, well, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm getting wronger every year.
I ran into a guy like a couple of weeks ago who I have not seen in years, right? Solely due to him not having a Facebook account, because it's just like, how would you ever find anybody?
How would I know what the fuck is happening in your life unless I'm like outside your house with a pair of binoculars?
Yeah.
And I didn't know where that house was, you know. So I like ran into this guy who I had not seen. I worked it out later, and I was like, I don't think I've seen this dude, who was like one of my best friends in high school and stuff. I hadn't seen him in like 18 years, thereabouts, and I was like,
Oh, damn.
oh, that's long enough to make someone who's legally an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had he had a child? Because
we both had kids with us, and we had never seen each
wow.
other's kids or anything, and all of my memories of this guy, like hanging out at his house, and his dad would like go back and forth to Hong Kong a lot, so he would bring back like a lot of like pirated DVDs,
Hell yeah.
all that sort of stuff. And he had like a giant rear projection TV and a big home theater system with a subwoofer, and we would watch like Rush Hour and The Matrix and shit
Fuck
like
yeah.
that. On his-
Like
on
cam
his-
rips of them on like VCD.
Oh, I remember somebody getting a cam rip of The Phantom Menace. They were like, we could watch The Phantom Menace before it comes out of the movies, and they put it on, and you can see like the bottom right 20% of the screen, and just hear every time like something happens, the whole crowd stands up and goes, "Yay!" I was like, I don't feel like I'm getting the most out of this movie, but yeah, just very, very strange to think of this guy and be like, oh, you know, the last time we were hanging out, we were watching like The Matrix a year after it had come out at movies.
Right on.
Very long time ago now, man.
Yeah, dude. I had like a similar thing where it was like a friend who was a very young parent, and kind of I hadn't seen them in maybe 15 years. And it was just like, oh, your kid's like a well-adjusted normal person who's doing really well at school, and you turned out to not be a complete, like, burnout teenage parent, and I'm the piece of shit now? Fuck!
That's the twist, man. That's the twist, is that, like, I think for people, you know, having kids when they're younger and stuff, like, for a lot of people, it just, all of a sudden, it forces you to have responsibility.
Yeah.
It forces you to go, oh no, unless I stop doing all of my bullshit and look after this person, a bunch of bad stuff's going to happen. you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you hope that's what happens. I mean, I feel like more often than not, it doesn't
for
work
everybody.
out. Like, yeah, exactly. Like,
Not for
I've got a
everybody.
kid, and I'm a teenager. Well, fuck, not that I'm teen parents. Like, more power to them. They're doing what they can. Sometimes it's a cycle that just can't be broken. I'm not shaming anybody here.
Yep.
But you know, I've met.
We've all nutted in someone we weren't supposed to nut
Yeah,
in. You
and
know?
like I was a youth worker for a while, so like you know, I totally, whatever. But like heaps of teen parents I've met via being a youth worker, you know, interesting parenting choices. But everyone's riding their own horse. I'm not here to judge. Helicopter parenting doesn't work either. So what's the right?
You're kind of destined to like fuck up your child in some way, regardless of like
Oh,
how
exactly.
good your life is.
What's
Yeah.
the
You're bringing
Conan
your
O'Brien
own
thing?
neuroses and like weirdness and shit into it. Everyone's going to grow up, get to like this age, and be like, well, this is all the dumb fucking shit my parents did, and this is why I'm such a fucked up little
Yeah,
weirdo
exactly.
now.
There's
Yeah.
that Conan O'Brien thing where he's just like, my only parenting tip is like, they're gonna fucking bitch about you in therapy no matter what you do,
Yeah.
which is like, yeah, cool. Maybe that.
You coddled them too much. You were too much of an asshole. You were actually
Yeah.
too much in the middle that they couldn't develop at all. Like, there's no.
Is
you
it
can't
nature?
win.
Is it nurture? I don't.
Look,
It's none. You're destined to be fucked up regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
Some people make all the right choices as a parent. Some people do not give their kids all of the, I guess, information and context that they need to do a lot of like critical thinking and
Yeah.
assessment of the information that they've been given. And we're going to find out a little more about that in this week's poll report.
I'm gonna grab another cup of tea. Ah!
Every time I think the Polish national anthem's about to end, it keeps going.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Return of the King over here. There's like 4 false endings in there.
Yeah. You ready to come back in on your podcast? And these guys.
The Polish
they're busy.
masters of suspense.
They're busy singing about Napoleon and running people through with a sword and all this kind of thing.
Incidentally, Batesy, I've got the same mug as you. The mug that
really?
you're drinking your tea out of, the like Japanese Homer.
Mr. Sparkle mug?
Yeah.
I'm like my parents, not even just my whole family. When it's Christmas, just for Secret Santa, everyone just gets me Simpsons shit, which rocks because like
That's
I'm
nice.
I'm a child of the '90s. Yeah, I like the. But
Am I correct in thinking that Lucy has a Mr. Sparkle tattoo?
Yeah, I do.
that rocks.
Oh, for real?
You got a little
Jeez,
Mr.
yeah.
Sparkle?
She's listening to you guys talk about your mugs, your little
I'm also
temporary
a child of the
possessions.
90s. Only 90s kids remember The Simpsons.
That's such.
My
Oh,
goodness.
dude, one of the fucking. Sorry, I know I've just cut in on Poll Report, but I remember.
Ah, fuck it.
I was talking to a kid at work about The Simpsons, and they were just like, "That's like an old person's kind of thing," and just being like, "Fuck, god damn it!"
But it also would have been worse if they're like, yeah, I love like the new seasons of The
Yeah,
Simpsons.
no,
And they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You
Lisa,
dumb piece of
Lady
shit.
Gaga, so good.
Season
Elon
32
Musk, he's in
rocks.
there. Isn't that fun?
Bart is a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, dude.
That's
That-
real.
if
that's a real one.
no, it's not.
That's a real
Is
one.
it?
Mhm.
Oh, fuck you. Why would you tell me that?
I saw The Simpsons
God.
once and Bart was doing video game streams and I decided that I wanted to die.
God damn. I don't like how. Yeah, like they did one of the episodes where they were like, remember when Homer was in his early 20s and that was the 90s and he invented grunge?
I do remember that.
It's like
fuck
hanging out
outta
with
here.
Sonic Youth and stuff. Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't just. The poll report. This is from a YouGov poll that contacted a nationally representative sample of 1,500 U.S. adult citizens. This has been weighted according to gender, age, race, and education, as well as 2016 presidential vote registration status, geographic region, and news interest. The margin of error is approximately 3% for the overall sample. So I was skimming through this YouGov poll, and this one really made me go. This one says, in your opinion, how likely is it that the following scenarios are true? We have that the threat of the coronavirus was exaggerated for political reasons. 40% of US adults say that is definitely / probably true. People who are fully vaccinated, it's 28%, and people who refuse to be vaccinated, it's 85%.
Yeah.
Although that's a funny sort of implication that, like, the idea that these people that refuse to be vaccinated are like, oh, they're not exaggerating.
Yeah,
I
not
still
at all.
don't want it.
Yeah.
I just hate needles, you know?
Yuck.
Then they asked if people think that the following scenario is true, that vaccines have been shown to cause autism. 18% of US adults say definitely / probably true. 58% say definitely probably false. 25% in the middle say not sure. People who are vaccinated, oddly enough, say I think it's fine. Only 7% of people who are vaccinated think that is definitely / probably true.
I mean, that's honestly good on them. 7% of those people believe that vaccine cause autism,
And they're like,
just
yeah,
still
give it
been
to
like,
me.
yeah, I'll get it. Great.
Have been shown. Well, I mean, you got a 3% margin of error in there, you know. That's okay. This last one is what got me, I think. That the US government is using the COVID-19 vaccine to microchip the population. 20% of US adults believe that to be true.
Now,
That's
I'm
a
not great
lot.
at maths. That's
one
one in
in
every
five.
100 people, right?
Take
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
take your hand and fold 4 of your fingers down.
Yeah.
That's one guy. Every 5
What do you got
guys
left?
that you meet,
Got one guy left.
one of those guys is like, I can't have a microchip floating up and giving me an embolism. You know?
So, like, you go into a room, there's 25 people in there. 5 of those people are like microchip.
The 5 people
Totally.
huddled in the corner around the jukebox.
Yeah. with tin foil on their head. And
Putting in their nickels and playing Steely Dan's Reel It in the Ears over and over and over again. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Great song.
Ain't a crime yet.
They're working on it though.
So we've done these before, right? Like looked at different polls and stuff like that. A lot of things we've had on these shows that are like, scientists say a glass of red wine, blah blah blah, and something that Ben has talked about in the past from when he used to do articles for like Pedestrian and stuff like that, was that you would be sent press releases that say, scientists say this thing. And he would then have to take the journey of reading the press release and then going back to the person talking about it and then going back and finding the study that they're talking about and then reading through the study and finding the actual information, which doesn't really suggest the thing that the headline does.
One of the examples that sticks out the most in my mind, which it's an irrational thing for me to be this pissed off about for a website that like counted for so little, but it was one about like the lead on the press release was Sydney's most popular coffee order, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. How would you get that data? And then I was like looking at it, and like at this point, we'd basically already written the headline for it before I'd written the story, and I was like, and it was an app for ordering your coffee in advance.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it Skip?
I have no fucking idea. But it was like, so it's sampled from people that would use this app, and based on their own reporting. So it's not Sydney's most popular coffee order. It's like, it's this app's most popular coffee order. And then everyone was like, well, that makes the headline really ugly, so you should probably just go with like
Sydney's most popular coffee order.
I was like, but that's not what it is. It's not a representative sample at all. That doesn't show you anything. And then got into a very heated argument with everyone. And
how many people do you think if they were ordering their coffee from... it's not a delivery thing, right? Skip is like the I'm going to order it and then I can just.
I
walk
use it
in and
here.
grab it
You
off
can
the counter,
order it
right?
on your way to work and pick up your coffee.
Basic bitch.
A basic
Genius.
bitch.
Fuck the line.
I was reading a thing about Netflix saying here are all of our most watched movies.
Oh, which you can't believe in the slightest.
They're lying to you.
They say number one with a bullet, 99 million people watched Chris Hemsworth in the Russo brothers movie Extraction, And I watched it because I'll watch fucking anything. And whenever you look down this list, so like the top 10, it's pretty much all like Netflix originals.
Yeah.
Which they also push that stuff the hardest on the app. Like it's always at the top, and it is impossible to surface like other shit.
Well, I had a moment of thinking to myself, like, well, maybe it's because maybe this is kind of like proving the point for Netflix that they sink all this money into making content. Maybe it's just proving the point that like on streaming services you have all of this shit that you've seen before, or like stuff from the 90s and the 2000s and everything. Maybe this is demonstrating that like people just want content. They just want new content.
Sure.
They just chum bucket. And then you see the footnote down the bottom that says this is based on people having watched 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
So if you put on the movie and you see the Netflix thing come up and you see one or two production company logos and then it starts to get a bit of the way through the credits and then Mark Wahlberg pops up and he goes, I'm fucking serious. And you just turn it off. They're like, you watched it, that counts. That counts. You watched our movie, our Netflix original, and you probably fucking loved it. And they chalk up the big number,
Wow.
I love that all of like the
number,
the Netflix stuff for foreign markets when it gets redubbed for Western audiences, and it's always like a show called Money Bank or like Danger. Just
Money
The
Heist.
Money Heist is the funniest fucking
Danger
name.
Plane, or just like these really basic titles. I like for ages didn't. People watch this shit, man. Like, I for ages didn't believe that anybody watched Money Heist. I remember, like, when I was working in an office, in a cubicle, just getting up and seeing Joanna, lovely lady, but like she was sitting on her desk like this with her phone in her hand.
Watching Money Heist.
Fucking Money Heist.
Fucking no offense to Andrew and Lucy, but people with office jobs watch literally everything. This is what happens when you don't work 7 nights of the week. You go home to your house, you cook a sad little dinner, and then you watch like 10 episodes of whatever fucking garbage Netflix has thrown up on your fucking thing.
Hey, I take offense to that. I was watching all kinds of fucking moronic stuff way before I had an office job.
Yeah, I used to watch worse shit.
I work 2 days a week right now, and I'm still just watching 10 hours of fucking rubbish. I was saying to Andrew and Lucy before we recorded, but I've managed to watch all of Big Love, the Bill Paxton Mormon show in like a fortnight. Just literally will wake up and go, okay, well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm a normal human being, and I will start watching Big Love right now.
I work like 5 to 6 nights a week. So the one night off that I have, I'll be like, I have to make this single perfect choice. And then what ends up happening is that I get very stoned and I watch like 5 hours of archival footage from the 60s.
Yeah, baby.
Of like US Navy survival techniques.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, was that a night well spent? Yes. Because if I crash land in the desert, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
I know what's got to be done.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have like, you know, we look at the numbers on things like the Netflix thing and the coffee story, and as soon as you actually like delve into it a bit, you go, oh, that's not really a thing, you know?
No.
Whereas when I saw the headline on this story, when I saw like this particular thing pulled out, this data point pulled out, I immediately sent it to Ben and said, we have to look into this and see if this is actually representative or anything. And we both looked at it and were like, oh no, they talked to thousands of people and weighted their samples and everything. This is like 1 in 5
That sounds
people
believable.
out of thousands of people.
That's the Bill Gates microchip.
There's a study that came out in Australia like a couple of years ago. Like it was a similar survey of like people in Australia that agreed with like Pauline Hanson's no Muslims immigration thing, where the number was like, it was somewhere between 25 and 50%. Like it was a massive number. And then everyone was like, oh,
That
they
can't
only
be right.
surveyed 1,300 people. That's not representative. And then a bunch of people had to be like, no, the way they conduct these polls, that number is 100% representative of the population. And you're like, oh, that's the most depressing fucking shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Huge bummer.
Like, oh, that's the population of most small towns in Australia. Yeah, of course, the population of small towns in Australia hate Muslims.
Hey, we don't all live in Sydney, and also a bunch of the people in Sydney believe that too.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's literally half of Western Sydney. It's like the fucking Western Bank out there, man. It's like, it's just full on, anyway.
So you have that kind of thing, right? You've got numbers and statistics and actually talking to people. That's not what this next segment is all about. We had a listener, Silky, who wrote in to suggest that we might get a kick out of the subreddit Retconned. And boy, were they right.
Hell
As soon as I started looking at this thing, I was fucking delighted, right?
They were. You told us to look at this, and I was like, why? And then I spent 5 minutes on there, and I was like, oh, this is fucked.
Yes. So, Batesy, you know what people are normally referring to when they say retcon, right?
Yeah, like, you know, Aunt Marge is now played by some other lady, or this is how Bill and Ted met at high school. They didn't meet at Professor Miyagi's karate combo. I don't know. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Wolverine was he was a product of the Weapon X experiments, not a literal Wolverine that was turned into a man by the High Evolutionary, as a very specific example from the Marvel universe.
Yeah. So our common understanding of this is retroactive changes to continuity. It's usually applied to long-running things like comic books.
Shit for nerds.
Shit for nerds, right?
Yeah.
So that's not what.
Yeah.
So that's not what this is, right? This is a Reddit community, and the description that they have offered themselves for us. It goes as follows. About the community. A public sub for those experiencing the phenomenon of the retcon effect or real-life retroactive continuity, sometimes known as the Mandela effect. r/retconned is a public sub for discussion of the retcon effect under the presupposition that for whatever reason, it is really happening at the exclusion of explanations like, it's always been that way. You remembered it incorrectly. You were taught wrong when you were growing up. Surely mapping technology has gotten better by now. Logos change over time. Or even, it's a very common misconception. Just because you never knew about it before and our favorite, it's just human error. Now, I do note that in this description, they have referred to the Mandela effect, right? So we all know what the Mandela effect is, right? It is false memories shared by many people.
Yeah.
One of the most common examples of this is remembering the title of the Berenstain Bears children's books as being spelled Berenstein. The logo of the clothing brand Fruit of the Loom featuring a cornucopia, and the existence of a 1990s movie entitled Shazam starring comedian Sinbad as a genie. So basically,
all
like
correct,
all real things.
Wait, what?
So the explanation for this from science talking people is that like you have a whole bunch of people independently getting this information and all sort of coming to this conclusion, and then they run into somebody else and they go, I also thought there was a movie called Shazam starring Sinbad as a genie.
That you're not just confusing with the movie Kazam that stars Shaq?
Not
Did
allowed
star
on
Shaq.
Retconned.
Yeah, no, sorry, I can't.
It did star Shaq, and also apparently there was a thing in the 90s where Sinbad introduced an Alibaba and the 40 Thieves thing dressed up as a genie. So a bunch of
Feel
people
like
are
I
going to have
remember
seen
that.
these things, conflated them in their minds, you know.
Or the fabric of reality has changed, and only you, the protagonist of reality, can remember how it really was.
This is what is fascinating about this to me, right? They refer to the Mandela effect, but they're not referring to the common understanding of the Mandela effect, which is something that a whole bunch of people have collectively misremembered. Like, that's what it fucking means, right? Instead, they think that the Mandela effect is a thing that has really happened, like reality changed. They think...
Yeah, they're like in some kind of Matrix type situation.
Yeah, so people
Yeah.
on this subreddit think that at some point, like at the moment that they realize they were wrong about something, basically, they're like, oh, that's when my reality shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the residue of the old reality.
Yeah. I came off the big train tracks, someone hit the big switcher, and I fell back into the lane where they spell it Berenstain Bears, you know? Here are the retconned subreddit rules of engagement. No name calling. No
Number one.
That's a healthy rule for any community, all right?
Yeah, that
Just
seems fair.
start from a place of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's curious to me. No downvoting. All downvotes will automatically be upvoted to 0 by the mods.
I would love to see the secret downvote version of this subreddit to see the
Yeah.
people that have been downvoted.
It's a real positive vibes only subreddit. No telling people they have memory problems. No
No
Paints the
explaining
whole-
anything.
Be polite and respectful of all people posting. If you disagree with them or think that their idea is absurd, you are still required to be kind to them.
Lovely.
Do not tell, this is all caps, do not tell anyone they are wrong about what they remember. Do not tell anyone that any theory they propose is wrong, stupid, or impossible. You may discuss alternate possibilities, but you must be nice to people.
Sure.
No gaslighting in Retconned.
Do not dismiss other people's memories or experiences just because it doesn't match yours or you don't agree with it. In short, do not tell others what is and isn't a Mandela effect. Again, they're referring to it as though it's a thing that's really happening, not a commonly accepted classification of misremembering something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that as the setup of here's what the Reddit's about, and here's how everyone must speak to each other, that one will find in the Retconned community. I was watching Star Wars this weekend when I noticed a change in Boba Fett. I was 10 years old when the original Star Wars was released. I watched it numerous times in the theaters. So many times. I also watched Empire Strikes Back so many times.
Sweet.
I've been a huge fan of Star Wars my entire life. I was also in marching band in high school, and our band uniform had braided shoulder loops. Not sure what they're called, but I remember putting them on and how they actually felt to wear. Throughout my life, I've noticed any time I saw them, but mainly I saw them on military uniforms and band uniforms. But I've never in my life seen them on Boba Fett. Ever. And I've watched Empire so many times in my life, it isn't even funny.
It kind of is, bro.
You're making it a little bit funny. But this weekend, I saw them. Here's a picture of him with them on. And at this point, we have a still from the movie.
That's not even from the movie. It's just a picture of a costume.
Yeah, the braid. Yeah.
All right, so there's a picture of Boba Fett with the braid on, right? And he's freaking out at this because, well, not because he hasn't noticed it before. You're not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
No, you could not point out that like I was obsessed with the Star Wars visual dictionaries when I was a kid, and that was like, hey, this is a Wookiee braid. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, sick. That's dope, dude.
Dude, was it the DK ones?
Yeah, man, absolutely, fucking lootly.
Baby. Oh, I got.
I've literally, there's one like right over there. It's like a meter away from me.
They rock so much.
He follows this up with, but here is a picture where they're not visible. And he posts a picture in which Boba Fett is holding up his gun and completely obscuring that part of his body.
Sure.
He says, it might be behind the gun.
Yeah, it's behind the gun, man.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling it's behind the gun. And also, it depends. Like, I think he was wearing a different outfit in Return of the Jedi. So, are they? Because does he have a cape in Return of the Jedi?
He's got a cape.
This image he doesn't have the cape.
He doesn't have a cape, but I think that's pretty unlikely. I think it's more likely the reality changed.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
probably the
There was a
fabric of
Mandela
reality.
effect.
Yeah.
That's how you know reality's not real.
I like the first thread I found on Retconned was, hey guys, I'm new here. Mental health questions.
Oh no, I saw that today. I was just like, oh, this
Don't
is
ask
not
about
gonna
that,
make
bro.
me
You
feel
are getting
good.
banned. You're getting
Yeah,
banned.
that's a ban. That immediate ban.
This is going to be very upsetting.
What are the
for everyone.
replies in the Star Wars thing?
So this guy says, this is a brand new thing for me. It's easy to say, you just never noticed them before. Yes, it is. But you don't know me. You don't know how my mind works, nor
don't.
the little things I notice all the time. You have no idea how many times I've watched Star Wars Empire, nor how many ways these movies have been a part of my life.
I don't know, man. You sound like a fake fan to me. That's what I've been in the comments.
Where's your visual
If you just
dictionary,
simply-
bitch?
Reference Lucy's 3/4 sleeve tattoo of Boba Fett. You would know.
Badass.
Sleeve. It's a fifth.
Fuck yeah.
To answer your question, Al, the very first reply on every post in the Retconned subreddit is an auto-moderator post that says, due to overuse, the phrase, just because you never heard of something doesn't mean it's a Mandela effect or similar is not welcome here and is a violation of rule number 9. Continued arguing and push for this narrative without consideration of our community will get you banned. Someone else says, okay, those are new to me as well. Never seen them before. To which OP says, cool, thanks for letting me know. This is followed by a post that has been removed by the moderator. That post said, he definitely always had that Wookiee braid. The moderator says, post removed. Please review our sub description and rules before posting again. We treat the subject differently here and the phrase "always been that way" is not received well.
So what can you reply if you disagree? You have to agree. You're a force
You can
to
just
agree
say,
with this reality.
"Oh, that's weird."
Well, people reply with stuff and say like,
Okay.
"Oh, I have the Star Wars visual dictionary, which I always looked at, and it says that it's a Wookiee braid, and he had it and everything, and I bought this dictionary in 1992, and he says, and he'll say something like, oh, well, I saw the movie in the 70s, so I guess the 90s must have been when reality shifted and everybody started to see this different
right.
thing.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And everyone goes, wow, interesting.
That's right.
Ironclad. Yeah.
J1111 replies, I totally know the feeling of standing up and screaming, what the fuck is this, at the TV. It wasn't Star Wars, but it was a Penn and Teller fool us when Louis Anderson popped out from behind a red curtain, very much alive. That man's show, Life with Louis, ended when he abruptly died from a heart attack in 1997. The series finished out posthumously with his remaining episodes, but it ultimately ended in 1998 after the writers decided Louis was irreplaceable and it was his show. After Googling Louis after seeing him on Penn and Teller's show, I found out he's been on Baskets since 2016. Ironically, 2016 is when I was first Mandela affected, so I guess Louis popped back into existence in 2016 for me?
Yeah, dude.
Just for the record, comedian Louis Anderson has never been dead. He has been working literally the entire time. He has been in a show or movie every year since the year this person thinks that he died. Every year from 1998 onwards, he has been in a TV show or a movie. And then everybody goes, yeah, you're right. Hearing about him dying in the 90s means that he really died in the 90s. And the explanation must be something else and not it being much easier to just receive non-verified information in 1997.
I think that makes more sense that reality has shifted. Once again, I got him for Cameo. You know that Cameo thingy? That where you hire celebrities to read a memo? I did it for a friend for his 30th. So if Louis Anderson has been dead this whole time, who have I given money to?
That's creepy. That's creepy, man. It's so cool to me that they have created this whole community that just says you are only allowed to agree with people. You're not allowed to say...
Things that have a very basic explanation too.
You're not allowed to say... Like, if you Google Louis Anderson or Louis Anderson dead, it just says, hey, there were a lot of, like, hoaxes about him being dead in the 90s, but he's not. He's fine. Look at him. Here he is. You go onto IMDb and it's just a never-ending list of credits.
And then all the credits rearrange into some dead language that has never been spoken. And the curse lifts. Reality gets shifted.
Honestly,
back to
this
what it
is
was.
like, it's the most wholesome subreddit where you could just log on and be like, I don't think I've ever heard of the Kia Sorrento before. And then like 50 people be like, dude, it must have never existed.
I bet it
Because that's all they're
didn't
allowed to
exist
say.
till the exact moment. It's like the confirmation bias thing we bought however many years ago we bought a Ford Cougar, and then I was like, boy, I'm seeing a lot of Ford Cougars around.
Totally.
It's like
I see a lot of AU Falcons on the road.
Yeah.
There's a ton of them out there.
Just didn't know they existed before, so that's probably it. Here's one that Lucy liked. When did green onions become chives?
This is a prime example of like it has a very simple explanation, and it's that some people call green onions chives, but go on.
Hit us with this one, Lucy. Give us this post.
Oh, okay. This one has been bothering me for some time. Remember those thick, dark green, delicious garnishings you used to chop up and put on baked potatoes with sour cream? You know, with the unmistakable chive flavor? Well, apparently now people are just cutting up green onions, calling this green onion cousin a chive, and acting as if chives never existed before.
Some people just call things different things.
They're like different, and they're all very similar. Like a green onion and chive, very similar things. I'm sorry, but I know what a green onion is, as the garnish is used heavily in this area due to Asian influence. These things people are calling chives are green onions, all caps. At some point years ago, I ate at a restaurant, and I thought it was a really low-class place because they use green onions on the baked potato instead of chives. Little did I
Imagine
know.
that being the thing that made you think a place was low class.
What's the fucking high class place you're eating at that's got baked potatoes?
Green onions?
I'm here in a Michelin-starred restaurant ordering a baked potato.
I'm sorry, are these
Must be a
green
pretty
onions?
good potato.
This better be the best sour cream of my fucking life. I paid $70 for this.
Which farm did the pork come from for these bacon bits? So. Oh my god.
Little did I know that it has always
God.
been done this way. People are calling green onions chives now. That's
It's so fucking
why
cool
someone
that
thinks
people get. It's so cool that people get slightly confused and act like they're in Dark City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Just, where am I?
Oh, every night when I go to sleep, reality just changes around and locks back into place. Oh,
Just like instead of chives, there's a slightly larger green sliced thing on your potato. You're like, well, while I was asleep, literally all of reality has changed. There's no other way to understand what I'm experiencing right now.
Chives,
It's just-
it's like shallots and onions, right? It's just like they're the same shit, but just not.
I'd always thought chives were just like the shoots of onions.
chives are very small.
I could,
chives
chives are smaller
I
in
just-
diameter.
I
Certainly.
came across this in America. What they call green onions, I think I would call chives. Like the little circular green stuff you would put on as a garnish.
Sure.
That's a chive, right? You know, I'd call it a chive,
Yeah.
but maybe they're slightly different. Who knows?
Fuck me.
Well, I guess that's the other thing that I love is like the complete sort of disregard for the idea that things are called different things in different regions, like, and not even being like, oh, I went to Malaysia and they called this a chive. It's like in America, you could just go 2 states over and have them be like, no, this is chili. Chili has cinnamon in it and milk, you know?
Oh, so
yeah,
chives,
but Cincinnati
chives are-
chili.
they're a relative of like what we
Yeah,
would
apparently
maybe call.
they're different, but they're relatively interchangeable. So this is
What
an
some
easily
might
fixed
call
one.
scallions, maybe, or like green onions or shallots, depending on where you are. Yeah, but they're all pretty much the same thing.
Instead of Googling this and confronting this idea, I think I'll go to my favorite subreddit and do a post where everybody is forced by the moderators to agree with me.
To tell me that I am the world's smartest genius. That's
right.
I'm basically the Neo of this universe because I know that chives used to be smaller.
This is like a wholesome version of targeted individuals where instead of agreeing that you're being followed by the government, it's just agreeing that onions have changed.
Yeah. You're right. Chives did used to be different in the 70s.
Hey, I don't know you, and I don't know shit about you, but I do know that you've shifted through dimensions permanently.
So this one killed us when we found it. This is from user Tair20. Parmesan/Parmesan cheese.
So I guess if we're being generous here, and we know this is an American person, they might be saying Parmesan and Parmesan.
Yes.
So the first Parmesan in this is spelled the way you would expect, Parmesan, and the second is Parmasean.
The Irish spelling of Sean.
Which I'm
Yeah,
reading.
the proper spelling of Sean.
Parmesan. So this person says, currently, Parmesan is the correct spelling, but it hasn't always been the case for me. For most of my life, I've been in the Parmesan dimension, but one fateful day, I ended up in Parmesan land. I can't not read it as Parmesan.
It
That's
could
the
be
only way I'll be reading
Parmasean,
it.
but it's Parmesan is the funniest interpretation.
It's Parmesan to me, you know. I remember the day vividly. March 2019. I was dog sitting for a family friend and got home from the morning walk around 10 a.m. Checked the mail and got some bad news about my credit. I was struggling a bit at the time, and I was worried this new development would hinder my plans to move in with my long-distance girlfriend.
Who's real, by the way.
Moving all the way
She's
to Canada.
2 states over. You wouldn't know about her.
Before getting ready for work, I browsed Reddit for a bit. Oh, you browse Reddit a lot, and you have a long-distance girlfriend?
The perfect life.
Specifically, this very subreddit. I saw a post detailing the spelling changes of Parmesan cheese. It had changed to Parmasean. Incredulous, I checked the cheese container in the fridge. It read Parmesan. I desperately need to know if it's a container that someone wrote Parmesan on.
Parmesan.
Or if it was like a brand, you know. A few months later, I had cleared up my financial issues and moved in with a girlfriend who continues to be real. This is where I'd noticed that I had shifted back. I had been a heavy smoker for years. The girlfriend hated it and was very upfront about it. I came home one day and announced I was quitting, but she didn't seem to care too much. I thought that to be beyond weird, but it jogged my Parmesan memory.
Okay.
I checked the spelling, and it had returned to Parmesan. I have stayed in this dimension ever since.
Sure. It sounds like he's got a pretty firm grip on
Definitely the fact that this is all triggered by like stress that he was experiencing.
right.
seems-
Okay. So you're saying that clearly Mr. Parmesan has a firm grip, and that's cool. Let's just see if he's got any other information in this post. Growing up, I wasn't spiritual or anything. I was terrified of the paranormal and occult and all that. I do note that as he talks over and over about Parmesan, that he has typos all over the place in his own post.
He spelled Parmesan wrong multiple times in his article.
Even without the Parmesan.
What if he wrote Parmesan on the container in the fridge? You know?
He's just looking at his own handwriting like, whoa, reality.
good enough for me.
Terrified of the paranormal. 2016, I had an intense spiritual awakening, and nowadays my mind is wide open. I coped by developing a bit of a power fantasy around gained spiritual powers. Sort of like Aang in Avatar.
Look.
I've had 3 NDEs in my life, near-death experiences,
Of course.
one of which actually occurred in the Parmesan dimension.
Oh.
My girlfriend and I were driving to the grocery store, she's real, when a Jeep ran a red light. I was in the passenger seat and it should have plowed into me, but all I remember is looking at the reflection of the Jeep in the rearview mirror thinking, if any of that spiritual power is real, stop that car. And then it did. Anyway, not sure what compelled me to post this today. Guess I just need to finally move past it. Too long didn't read. Woke up one day and Parmesan cheese was spelled like Parmesan. Had a near-death experience later that year and noticed it reverted back. Anyone else remember that postal spelling?
He reverted back to the Parmesan dimension when he had a near-death experience.
No, I think he reverted back to the Parmesan
I think
dimension.
the near-death
He was in
experience
Parmesan
shunted
for a
him back.
while.
He got
Maybe
the powers
Lucy's in the
of
Parmesan dimension.
Maybe
the
I
character
am.
from
You guys talking
Avatar.
about Parmesan? What the fuck are you talking about?
You mean Parmesan?
I immediately started Googling, trying to figure out if anybody spells it. Parmesan, right?
My thought was maybe that it's just one of those things where sometimes it's like transliterated weird, and then every time I did, it would be a listing on like Amazon or whatever, but on the actual product itself,
Yeah.
it would be spelt normally.
Exactly. The only thing I felt, the only thing I found was
The only
like
thing you sensed in the Parmesan
the only thing I
dimension.
sensed. I was waving my hands around my computer, trying to get any signals from the Parmesan dimension. I turned my TV on; it was just static, hands up, you know. And the only thing I found was like dozens and dozens of recipes for like chicken Parmesan submitted to websites by
by
random
a guy called
yahoos.
Sean.
Just so they were all. I was like, "What the fuck?" There's a chicken Parmesan on Epicurious, and you go and look, and it's just like submitted by some dipshit. All of that, and then the only products that you could find would say like Parmesan cheese, and you go and look, and then it has a picture of the packaging that says Parmesan on it, and it's very clear that whoever was doing the data entry fucked up. Let's see what we have in the replies here. This
Okay.
this person says, It used to be Parmagan for me.
It did. It never was.
You just spelled Parmesan wrong because they say Parmesan.
This
They sure
person
do.
wrote Parmesan with a G. Used to be
They couldn't
Parmegan.
spell it.
You just can't. You've never been spelling it right. That's
Is
what
it
your problem
It's
is.
because they say Parmesan in America. That makes sense. You just spelt it wrong.
Were they trying to do like Were they trying to do like the Italian Parmigiano
Oh, maybe.
type thing? But in their brain they've mushed that and Parmesan together. They've said Parmesan. I just love that it's like it used to be this for me, and then at some point I saw enough packaging that my brain said that can't be it.
I just love that it boils down to, have you guys noticed that something's changed? Oh no, I've misremembered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It is 100%. What a beautiful community.
Some real, like, eternal sunshine of the spotless mind shit to just be like, I will be blissfully happy if I don't remember when I was wrong.
Ben, should we dip in to ye old mailbag and see what has been sent in to the hotline?
I would love to. I just want to read out this one last example I've got
okay.
here from the Retconned,
Sorry.
because I think this really speaks volumes about what's happening here. So this is from the user standing_on_my_neck. Wonderful song from the band Splendora. The Arctic Circle is hot. I've seen some headlines recently about the Arctic Circle getting into triple digits. Since when has it been warm enough in that area of the planet to go without a jacket? Never mind about a heat stroke. Yeah.
Well, best not to dive into the details.
That's not.
I've got some real bad news for you, pal. Shit's getting kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And there's lots of replies in there of people being like, oh, yeah, but also climate change.
Climate change happened. We're just in the Parmasean dimension, so once we revert back, everything's going to be all good.
It'll click back. It'll all be fine. It'll all be fine. I'm sure I've done that on this show before, something where you're like, somebody told me in 2002 that person died, and I can see now that is not the case.
Oh,
Well,
I've had tons of those moments of just being like, oh, that wasn't true at all. Someone told me that when I was 14 years old and they were full of shit.
but here's the thing. What I generally do is I type that into my computer, and immediately I'm
You
swamped,
accept the new information.
deluged with information saying, no, Louis Anderson didn't die. He's here. You can contact him and have him say a message for money.
For $50, he'll say, happy birthday, cunt.
And instead of saying, it's a powerful brain that can see that and go, actually, he's been dead for years. It's me that's clicked into another dimension where Louis Anderson never died of a heart attack in 1997, causing his show Life with Louis to go off the air.
I blinked too hard and now I'm in the Parmesan dimension.
All right. It's time to see what has been sent into the hotline.
1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline. 1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline. You can send us an email. mailbag@puntavista.com. Maybe DM us on Twitter. You could even message Facebook, but we don't really check the Facebook. Yeah, 1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline. 1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline.
That's the Punta Vista hotline. Ben, what do we got?
Oh, I'm reading this one. Okay.
You put it in there.
I did.
Put it in there.
This is an email from listener Matt, which I found absolutely fucking fascinating. And it reads as follows. Hello, Bunties.
Every plural.
Sounds like
None of them are good.
good.
I mean, I appreciate you trying, but none of them work.
sounds like a hate word, dude.
Yeah, it's not good. That's like a 1950 slur for. I don't even want to try and guess what it might have been. I'd like to present a small selection of miniature nature corners. Nature cornitos, if you will. I love that. From my time volunteering at Redacted Wildlife Park on work experience in my teens during the late noughties. Number 1. Not animal related, starting strong, but the owner's son used to pick me up from my youth hostel in his sporty Jeep and pump a single album the whole time, Black Sunday by Cypress Hill.
Fuck yes.
It ruled that he was the coolest guy on earth to me. That album fucking whips so hard. What a strong opener on that on that album. Fucking I Want to Get High, track number 1,
so, right?
Slow Burn, beautiful fucking song. Number 2. The echidnas were covered in ticks. Every day we would flip the echidnas, a delicate art, form relying on surprise and finesse, and expose their weird underbellies, which invariably housed several horrible ticks. If you missed one, the next day it would be the size of a 5-cent piece. Ironic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, because the echidna's on the 5-cent
The
piece.
echidnas on the 5-cent piece. That's right.
I get it.
We had to put the ticks in a tube of toxic paste to kill them because otherwise they don't die. Hell!
Oh, God. Okay.
Number 3. The common wombat was lovely, basically a dog crossed with a paperweight. She would get in the way of my rake, so I would scratch her back with it. If I sat down, she would climb all over me.
Aw.
The northern hairy-nosed wombat, on the other hand, was aggressive to the point of being malicious. The more experienced staff would have to trick it into going into its fiberglass burrow, where they would close it behind a heavy steel gate. While I raked the enclosure, it would stare at me and try to grind through said steel gate with its rodentine incisors. There was a decent groove in the metal where it did this.
Damn. Maybe that's the wombat that deserves to get hit by a car, you know?
Oh, I don't know if I...
Yeah.
No, sorry. I'm just, look, honestly, at this point in my life, the vast majority of my encounters with wombats are
Road
seeing them comically on their back with all 4 paws up in the air.
Oh,
on
the
side of
only wombat I've ever seen outside of a zoo, all of them have been dead by the side of the road.
They're like Australia's hippos, where you think they're going to be a nice, cute, friendly animal, but they're in
Nice.
fact a killing machine that wants to destroy anything in its
They
way.
want to squash you to death with their ass inside its burrow, is my understanding. Yeah, horrible beasts. Number 4, if during a saltwater crocodile feeding show the presenter is attacked, you should rush in and stick a broom handle in the animal's face several times. It will let go and bite the broom handle. If, alternatively, the presenter is attacked during a freshwater crocodile feeding show, the above method will cause the animal to bite down harder and roll violently, likely severing the trapped body part. Instead, you should jump on the crocodile's back and stick the broom under its neck before gripping the handle on either side of its head in a configuration akin to what is known in wrestling as a master lock.
Beautiful.
I know this because I, a fat teenager, was made to spot for both of the above feeding shows and given this information immediately before the presenter, the Cypress Hill Jeep son, entered the enclosure.
Oh, my God.
I may be mixing the species and methods up. Gentle bunties, do not spot for a crocodile feeding show based on this information.
Okay, let's try and figure this out.
Yeah. Oh, you want to make a mnemonic?
Yeah, if the water is fresh, face poking's the best.
Horrible rhyme, but go on.
It's all
Yeah,
I've
not
got at this
great.
point.
Not ideal.
You've got to go with the normal construction, which is, of course, if fresh water it be.
Oh, okay. A face poking for he.
Yeah.
All right.
If salt water it art.
Master lock with all your heart. There we go.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. There you go. And unless Matt has gotten it wrong,
Which
remember
you
that for the rest of your life.
Hey, 50-50 chance.
That sounds right. We don't have Theo here to double check the maths, so no way of knowing. Number 5, the wedge-tailed eagle despised blonde women and would absolutely hammer into the wire of its huge aviary whenever one walked past. Broads, am I right? Now, I think
According to the wedge-tailed eagle, yes.
I think Matt's being ironically sexist here, so please do not cancel Matt, who's so far arguably one of the more entertaining letters we've ever received.
Yeah, loving it.
And written
We're being
very well
genuinely
as well.
sexist, by the way. We are very sexist. Hate women.
No, That's us. We can't attribute that to Matt, though.
No,
we can't
Matt's
not
not being
put that on
sexist,
him.
No,
but
that's,
we are.
That's just us.
Yeah.
I was taught this behavior from the eagles, the bird.
I learned it from watching you. Number 6, male koalas are big, rotten, piss-smelling demons with empty, red, myopic eyes. I was constantly pushing them away from my feet with anything at hand as they, zombie-like, tried to climb me. Yeah, that seems fair. Anyway, what did you all do for work experience in Year 10, or is that only a Victorian thing? With love from Matt. I did not do any kind of work experience at all because I don't think Harvey Bay had enough jobs going around for anyone to do work experience because of our very, very low employment rate.
About you, Al? Did you do work experience?
Yeah, I worked in a guitar shop for like
Sick.
a week. Prime Music. I fucking hated it. They made me go get the coffees, and I would just like, I was a fucking shithead kid. So like, I fucking hocked loogies into those fucking.
Oh no!
Like, I think when I realized I wasn't going to get a job out of it, I was like, losers. This is what you
Which
get.
everyone is realizing immediately in doing work experience.
Totally.
Lucy, did you
what?
do work experience? Did you do work experience?
I did. I
Are
did
you
it at
asking
the-
me or telling me?
No, I just
Likely
couldn't remember what I
story.
actually did because I just knew that I hated it. I was trying to think of what I did. I did it. I was trying to think of what I did. I did it at the
pharmacy.
Small town. There was like nothing in my interests to do. So it was just like, I'll just,
Did
I'll
they
do
let
whatever
you
my
try
mum
any of the
finds me.
pills you wanted?
No, I just had to like stick labels on the pill packets. I should have stolen heaps of them. I
should
don't
have
think
stolen
I
some
knew
drugs, dude.
what was good there. Yeah, could have had a different.
You would have
life.
been so popular if you just like walked out with like 20 Xanax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
No one was.
Yeah.
That's true.
No one was doing that shit there.
I would have taken any pill anyone
Oh,
gave
yeah.
me in Year 10, being like, hey, I think this is like a boner pill. I'd be like, great.
Sweet.
Let's
Let's
rock
go.
this boner.
You have this for your fits? Sweet, I'll try that. Oh, now I can't get off the floor. Cool.
I
It's doing.
What about you,
I-
Andrew?
I always liked cooking, and so I did work experience as a chef.
Yeah, awesome.
So like in a sort of in a hotel in Canberra, and it sucked very bad because they were just like, you should like peel these 10 million potatoes and just do all the shitty stuff. Almost like work experience is just some kind of free labor bullshit,
Yeah, it sure is.
And the things I remember were one of the chefs being like, this is how you julienne something, right? Now, julienne these beans or whatever the fuck.
I've
And-
never heard of a julienne bean in my entire life.
Yeah, and me going, okay, I'll give that a go. And then, like, oddly enough, not having, say, the knife work of an experienced chef in a professional restaurant and having a go at that, and then him coming back after a bit and being like, you fucking call this julienne? This is fucking bullshit. It's pathetic. And I was like, okay.
You ribboned these beans. They're not julienne at all.
You showed me. So yeah, just generally all the dog shit jobs, and then one of the jobs was to just like grate many, many kilos of cheese for putting on pizzas. And while I was grating one of these many kilos of cheese, I got my hand on the grater and I took a big chunk of my skin off and I couldn't find the skin in the cheese.
Oh, dude, that rocks.
And I just put that cheese on the pizzas.
No.
Yes, someone's eating your thumb.
I was like,
Fucking cannibal into the world.
someone's getting an extra chewy piece of cheese tonight.
Oh, that's so
yum, yum, yum.
nasty.
Yep. No one was like, why is your hand bleeding? Maybe stop working with the cheese.
Oh,
you know?
God, no.
No.
And I tell you what, though, it was educational in the sense that I came out of that and I said, fuck being a chef.
Yeah, dude.
And I think that was probably the right choice because at this
Yeah.
point, I really enjoy cooking, and part of what I like about cooking is like sitting down with people and having a
Feeding
meal with
parts
them
of
and
yourself
like
to them. Yeah.
yeah, and seeing them go, ooh, this is really good, and talking about it and having a nice little experience together. Whereas like seeing what it's like working at a chef is that you just work away at stuff and you just push it out of a little hole in the side of the kitchen and you don't see shit, you don't hear shit, you just do your thing and then you fuck off at the end of it, you know?
Yeah, then you sleep all day, not before getting incredibly drunk between 11 to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
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 Do
And you're also
so-
doing these like weird split shifts where you've done the morning shift and you're doing the night shift. So you've gotten drunk between those two and then also afterwards.
I worked in
used to,
kitchens for ages. It is demoralizing work. And kind of same as you, Andrew, where I was like, I love cooking. I could do this as a job. And then, like, just realizing, like, you know, maybe I got lucky with the first couple of places I worked at because they were owned by mates or whatever. But then, like, you go work somewhere else and it's just
It's hell.
upsetting.
Yeah.
It really seems to me like, and I don't know if this is sort of changing at this point. By all indications, it's not. But it seems to me like one of the workplaces with the most ingrained case of, well, I was bullied really hard when I was coming up, and now it's my turn.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
it's part of the culture of professional kitchens to be like, no, you have to just fucking try to absolutely destroy the will of everybody underneath you.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't think is a super great work environment.
No. No!
No.
That's why everyone should get a job podcasting.
That's
right.
right. The only true profession.
Real
Yeah, that's
profession. You can
right.
just talk to your friends. Speaking of podcasts, Al, where can people listen to yours?
Oh, I think on the iTunes app, on Spotify, we were doing other services, but I think it's now just the big ones, Apple Podcasts. I think we had Stitcher for a bit, but I don't know.
Hey, it might still be on there.
It might still be there. Oh, because
We
yes.
could be on there. I have no idea.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
genuinely don't know.
So yeah, I mean, most places that you get them, the good ones, your mom and pop podcasting stores, but no, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I'm a big Apple head, so you can catch me using the Apple's podcast, whilst Sean loves Spotify, and he just gets it on his Spotify.
Hey, shout out to a friend of the show, official Apple ambassador, Phoebe Paradise.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
How fucking wild is that?
Yeah, our executive producer Phoebe, she is like the true brains behind the podcast, and is the one who, like, her and Sean are just a fucking power duo, man. She's a part of Australia's campaign for Apple and as a featured artist. It's fucking amazing. She's crazy. She's so good. And
Well
she didn't
deserved.
tell us the whole time, so because she had to sign an NDA about it. So like, she was just going through all of these things, and we were just like, oh no, she must be so stressed out right now. And then to have the Apple stuff going on and just not being able to tell anybody, like, she's the best. Rocking.
Unbelievable admiration for that woman. She's an insanely talented artist.
I
Fucking
know. She's
phenomenal woman.
the best.
Check out the art of Brisbane's Phoebe Paradise. It was uniquely chronicling the character of this wonderful city. Very, 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 very talented artist. Yeah, fucking dope. I think we're
Well-
gonna try and get a shirt designed by her. I think.
Yeah,
That's
do
all
it.
I
I was going to say, I'm fanging for a Phoebe Paradise shirt, which you can find at phoebeparadise.com.
Yeah. And,
And,
you can find us on like the internet at on the internet
Find us online.
yeah.
Check that shit out.
Please just Google Take a Look Around podcast.
That's right.
Google Take a Look Around podcast, and you will find everything that you need.
yeah, exactly.
Everything that you need.
That's pretty much it. At Instagram, no, at Take a Look Around Pod on every social media.
Beautiful. We love to see it. Al, thank you so much for joining us. Thank
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
It's
We
as
bloody
a
love
long time listener,
We love it.
first time caller. It's very it's a very full circle-y deal. I'm very much like, oh wow, this is nice.
you're like, hey, I know these guys.
Yeah, no,
Heard these
like,
guys before.
oh, hey, dude, and like when you and Ben were like, yeah, we'll come and do your podcast. I was like, whoa, oh my god, this is the big leagues, guys. We gotta look.
Oh, dude,
we
your
gotta not look like
podcast is so
fuckwits
much
right
better than
now.
ours.
It's true.
By
Your
fucking
podcast is
miles.
much better prepared than ours. It's true. Well, that's it for us. Take a look around on all of the places where you find your podcasts, probably. Check out Phoebe Paradise at phoebeparadise.com.
I'm at Twitter at Acapulco _ golf. Sorry.
Good golf. Yeah, absolutely.
Acapulco Golf. I, unfortunately, after having an account for 11 years, got banned by tweeting death threats at the state of origin last year.
Who are you threatening to kill?
I had
Was it Gus Gould?
I had a sizable amount of money on what I thought was a sure thing, and was in a rage. But
Sure. Look, that happens to all of us.
yeah. But now you can
Sometimes
find
you
me
think-
at Acapulco Golf. So
Beautiful.
God bless all of you perverts.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Al. And
Thank
we will
you so
see
much,
everybody
guys.
else next week or maybe on the next episode if you're a bloody Patreon subscriber and you like to get some little midweek treaties, you know?
Jesus
That's
Christ,
right.
calm down.
Whenever we put them out. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Ben knows.
Thursdays and Sundays, mostly. Unless I'm sleepy on Thursday, then it's Friday and Sunday.
There you go.
And unless I'm busy on Sunday, and then it's Friday and Saturday.
You never
Never
know.
Monday.
You just never know with us. Keep you on your toes, you know?
I've got shit going on, all right? Don't fucking pressure me.
That's right. Shop.buntavista.com. Get yourself a shirt. You know you bloody want to. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.